Hello, and welcome to another battery acid video. My name is Brandon, and today we'll be talking about Madden 17. In the background of this video, I'll have some gameplay footage of the Colts versus the Packers on Madden 16. And actually, this game is the first game of the year for the 2016 football season, IRL, and it'll be played on the Hall of Fame Stadium field thingy, and that'll just be in the background while we discuss some things about Madden 17. So let's get right into it. The release date for Madden 17 will be August 23rd, 2016. For you people out there that have not known that, the platforms it will cover is the 360, the Xbox One, PS3, and PS4. Your basic platforms for, your football game. This game is going to be a lot similar to the last few that have been released, Madden 15 and 16, by way of graphics and gameplay and modes and online play. The graphics actually will probably be very similar to the last two releases, and I think they've been good in my opinion. The graphics have been way too well produced to focus on those kind of modifications. So I think they need to focus more on gameplay and how fluent it is with the servers. And if the server speed is up, I think that's their main focus this time actually, is the online play. Trying to get more people integrated into the Madden Ultimate Team, I believe, and the online franchise parts. Just as like NCAA a few years, but right before their contract expired in 2014. They actually had a really well developed dynasty? Yeah, very well developed online dynasty where players could come together with social media such as Facebook and Twitter. I think it was Twitter actually with hashtag, and you could share your online moments and such on through Twitter, and it was really well developed, but it was too late because the contracts came up and people really lost interest in NCAA, which is a really well developed game. But enough of NCAA. And we'll go back to Madden now. Madden 17. Rob Gronkowski, you see here, is on the cover, and I say that's probably one of the best people that could be on the cover. Of course, they had OBJ. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. If you didn't know who the OBJ is, and I wouldn't know. Maybe Peyton Manning, since Peyton Manning's retiring, but Rob Gronkowski got the bid. All right, here we are. Here is a direct quote from the Madden EA Sports article from their direct website, which will tell us a lot about this game and what will be on it. And I quote, "While the new tools on offense make you a better, more creative ball carrier, the new defensive AI system is built on up-to-date NFL strategies, such as gap play, force defenders, and improved zone coverages. It's time to force your opponents to stop being so one-dimensional. The new gap play AI brings a new level of NFL authenticity and strategy to your defensive teammates. Each of your teammates have a gap assignment on run defense that puts them in a position to defend. I'm sorry, it's hard to read. Position to better defend the run. In this, you'll be able to force defenders to protect the outside of the field, pushing the ball carrier back inside, allowing cutbacks, where defenders will have to make the big play. Finally, the zone coverage has been completely overhauled, with a new addition of 8 new zone concepts, never before seen in Madden." I guess that means they'll add new ways the players will backpedal into their zones, or it could mean a total new package of coverages that are in certain certain NFL teams' defensive playbooks. With this, defenders will have more awareness of the threats to each zone, and can pattern match receivers. I guess that can be like you'll strafe into a certain area and like almost magnetize yourself to the player if they get in your area. And it goes on to say, creating defensive counters to stop virtually every passing concept is our most realistic AI to date, and it's all across the entire field. Oh, that's the end of that quote. Well, I guess what they're trying to implement a more accurate, more feasible, and flowable gameplay. In the past, there's been many types of routes that receivers can run to burn defenders so easily, no matter if it's Jimmy Graham from the Seahawks against someone like Sam Shields from the Packers. Well, Sam Shields has speed on Jimmy Graham all day, but on a slant pattern in the past, the tight end would be able to outrun the cornerback, which is not accurate at all. The cornerback would be able to cut in on it every time. So it looks like EA is trying to implement a more realistic approach this time. But we'll have to see. There's probably going to be many patches throughout the fall months of September, October, November, as they usually are. And there's probably going to be a lot more glitches than I can count. But that's every year, right? It's like a diamond. They're just going to have to craft it and craft it and craft it until they think they have a really good product, and then they'll put it on display. On this version of Madden, they will not have online team play, which I'm saddened by this. We haven't had online team play, and this will be the third straight game. It's been since Madden 25. Remember the 25th anniversary back with John Madden it was a big deal about the 25th anniversary. I think this was I don't know if this was the first game for the it might have been the last game for the Xbox 360 directly. And online team play, it's where you and one of your friends, or maybe even perhaps a random player, can come together and you can play on the same team. You cannot do that unless you play locally at a friend's house or something like that on any game now. And in a sense, you'd be able to play against the computer, the CPU, while say you could be a quarterback and your buddy could be a receiver, or your friend can also be a running back or such, and you can tag team the computer. I really like this concept because you really get tired of going against your friends after so long, and it actually brings a more different game type to Madden. It brings teamwork, and it's actually pretty fun to play on the same team as your friends. So I don't know why they actually didn't want to implement this, although. And here's a tweet. Someone actually asked, I guess this is one of the developers or someone that's affiliated with Madden, and this guy asked him actually about, will there be OTP and the next upcoming Madden, online team play for the acronym. And the guy replied that basically what he's saying is they didn't want to implement this game mode because they didn't want to rush it, and if they put it in, they would feel like it'd be rushed and it wouldn't be as developed as they would like it to be, which is a petty excuse for saying, hey, we didn't have the money for it, or we didn't feel like it would. I think it would waste too much memory on the disk, where we wouldn't like to implement this. It would make it more laggy or something like that. Because instead of adding new uniforms or new glares on the visors of some receivers, you should focus more on a platform type approach where you'd have a game mode such as OTP, because it really brings a more reliable player base. Well, I really think that's all we have discussed. There's a lot of new features. There's graphics stay the same. No online team play. That's sad to say. It's gonna have a bunch of patches and glitches, but besides that, guys, thank you for watching, and hopefully some more videos in the future. Hopefully with some Madden videos in the future. This has been Brandon for Battery Acid. Thank you. See you next time.